Let's go about how to expand your vocabulary. So the only way to expand your vocabulary is by reading. This is a conception that's not really seriously taken by the learners. Learners think that they should memorize vocabulary. This is not the way. Reading is the only way you may be recommended to expand vocabulary. So when you're reading a novel, when you're reading a newspaper, when you're reading a storybook, you can improve your reading. So reading is the only way. That's what I've said here in this video, that if you want to expand your vocabulary, you go on reading. Don't pay attention to vocabulary expansion. Pay attention to read. And when you want to read a lot, what is the most important thing? You have to enjoy that book. Let's go to the next slide. Memorizing is an outdated means as it is boring and is mainly destructive to your interest for further practice. So here memorizing means you may memorize vocabulary, and teachers usually make mistakes like they give some word meanings to their students so that they everyday memorize, but this doesn't work. If you know the meaning of some word, it doesn't help you writing, it doesn't help you speaking much. It may help you while you're reading. So there are so many words, and words are actually expanding in the dictionary. So if you want to memorize, it will not work. And when you memorize, when you want to go to use it, you can't remember. You have passive vocabulary and you have active vocabulary. The words that you can use while you're writing, while you're speaking, it means this is what is active. When you know some word but can't use it in writing, in speaking, this is part of your passive vocabulary. Unless you read a lot, you cannot make the passive vocabulary into active ones. It is important. And the thing is that if you read unconsciously, subconsciously, automatically you will expand your vocabulary. So memorizing was in the past very much important, but if you go on research, you'll find that memorizing will not work. So memorizing is an outdated means as it is boring. This is very vital. If you do not find something enjoyable, you can't go about it for long. It will stop. And memorizing is mainly destructive because it will destroy your interest. When interest is lost, everything is lost. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to achieve in, you must have interest in it. Here you see, find out some interesting storybooks. Maybe the best way to improve your vocabulary is reading storybooks. What happens when you are in the middle of a storybook? You cannot but finish it. You can't stop finishing it. What happens? You must finish it because you are hooked in the book. The book is written in a way you must be hooked. So when you are in the middle of a cinema, even when you don't find the interest in the cinema, you will still keep on watching it because you want to know what's going to happen. That is, you are hooked. So one of the books, as I already mentioned in one of my videos, that Sunil Gangopadhyay wrote Tomar Tulona Tumi. This is the worst book I've ever read, but at the end I found the best book. But in the middle I was very much upset because I couldn't finish the book. I didn't like it, but I kept going because some questions were there that I must get the answer throughout the book. That's why I couldn't but finish the book. I couldn't help finishing the book. I must have finished the book. So as you are hooked. So when you're reading a storybook, you will be hooked. When you are watching a movie, you will be hooked. So find out some interesting storybooks and read voraciously. You don't need to read voraciously. Automatically you will read voraciously because you'll find interest. Interest is the mother of attention, and attention is the mother of memory. So when you find a storybook interesting, you will more and more pay attention to the book. You will read voraciously, and at the end your vocabulary will go expanded. right? So gradually it will broaden your stock, keeping your thirst. So thirst is important. As you have an interesting book, you will keep on reading, right? As long as you are interested, you will keep on doing it. So this is how what happens. The more you learn, the more you have vocabulary, the more you will be interested in acquiring vocabulary even further. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.